Hi, I'm Jennifer Drago from Peak to Profit. Today we're going to talk about the concept of work recovery and why you need to actually stop working to be more productive when you are working. I know it sounds like a crazy concept, but stay with me and you'll learn more. As I mentioned, I'm Jennifer Drago. I'm a business strategist and high performance coach from Peak to Profit, where we help entrepreneurs grow profitable, sustainable, joyful businesses through laser focused strategy, vision, and goals. We also do a fair amount of work about high performance work habits, and this is one of them. So, recovery. Why do we focus on recovery? Why will we talk about recovery? Recovery is allowing yourself to step away from your work so that you can reduce or eliminate the psychological and the physical strain and stress caused by work so that your brain and body can rest, relax, and recharge. It keeps you energetic, engaged, healthy, and creative. Now, we all know people who wear their busyness as a badge of honor. They can never get away from their work. They're always on their phone. They're always on their email, always thinking about work. Let's just be honest here. Busyness is not something to be proud of. It's actually a weakness if you can't set boundaries around your work so that you can have work-life balance. A strength instead is to actually prioritize other areas of your life in addition to work and be able to set those boundaries that are healthy, which allow yourself to recover. So we're going to talk about the concept of detaching psychologically from work. And what I want you to keep in mind as we go through these benefits is that detaching from work means not just putting your work away, but also stopping your thoughts about work. And that sometimes can be a little bit harder, but with practice and over time, it becomes a little bit easier. So there's been a lot of research about through psychology about the benefits of work recovery. And here's some of the things that studies have shown. So people who detach psychologically from their work are able to procrastinate less when they actually are working, and that's because they're more focused. They have far greater engagement, dedication, and they're able to become absorbed in their work and get into flow, if you've ever heard of that concept. They experience greater work-life balance, which directly relates to their quality of life, which also means because they're not deprioritizing other areas of their life for their work, they have greater marital satisfaction, actually are better parents and can have better parent-child relationships because of their ability to detach from their work. There's actually been studies that say that parents that have irregular work hours, the impact on their children is it's greater than even earlier thought and can have some negative impacts. So definitely can become a better parent by detaching from work. And then because of all of these things, there's people who detach from work on a regular basis have improved mental health and reduced depression. So when do you recover? Well, this is a concept that's really all the time. And I'm going to talk to you about how to do that. So throughout the day, you should be recovering periodically from the work that you're doing. Today we tend to do more mental work, more creative work, and we have physical strain on our eyes and our bodies from being attached to computer screens. So it is important that every 50 to 90 minutes that we take a break, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you're able to do. But then on a daily basis, having actual set working hours is really important. And sometimes as an entrepreneur, we don't set our working hours. We just keep working because there's always so much to do. So from the time we get up, sometimes to the time we go to bed, we are intermittently working. And better yet to have boundaries and working hours set that we can respect and then allow ourselves to recover. And then on a weekly basis, we want to make sure that we take our weekends back. We shouldn't be working on weekends. Now, sometimes that's inevitable if you're coming up on a launch or a huge deadline or a client deadline. I understand that. But on a regular basis, we should really try not to work on weekends and to honor the weekends for ourselves, for our self-care, for our friends, and our social relationships, as well as our family members. So how do we recover? Well, again, it's all about boundaries in a couple different ways. So first, we want to set our work schedule and really stick to it. And we'll talk a little bit more in just a bit about working hours. And then when we're done, we want to make sure that our work is out of sight. So out of sight, out of mind. Remember, we don't want to think about it also. So if you work in an office outside the home, that's easier to do. When you work inside the home, if you have an office, shut the door and don't go in there until the next work day. And then if you happen to work from home and tend to work on the kitchen table or the counter or in your living room or another living space, make sure that you pack your work stuff up and move it out of the living area at the end of the day. Again, that will help you to truly detach and not think about your work. We talked about honoring your weekends because they're for you, your family, and your friends. And then this is another important one that, again, as entrepreneurs, I believe we sometimes are reluctant to do, and we really need to set boundaries with our clients and with our team members of when we intend to work. So those same working hours that we've set for ourselves that allows us to detach and recover, we also need to communicate those working hours to the people around us so that they can honor our time away from work. And honestly, for our team members, that's going to make them better team members too, because we want them to be able to psychologically detach from their work and recover. And so if we role model that, that's best for everyone. And I have a free download for you that has even more tips than the ones we're talking about in this video. I'm going to tell you at the end how to get that. Here's your bonus tip. So instead of working 8 to 10 hours, there's been a lot of research, and psychologist Ron Friedman was the most recent person, I believe, that has documented that if we can be in flow, again, that engaged, absorbed, creative work that we do, they call it flow. If we can be in flow for 3 hours, he thinks 3 hours might be the max. Cal Newport, who's a productivity writer and a college professor, and Benjamin Hardy, they believe you can be in flow a little bit longer, maybe up to 5 hours. And it probably depends on the day and how you're feeling. But if you can spend 3 to 5 hours in flow, you could probably get more done than most people get done in an 8 to 10 or 12-hour working day. So Benjamin Hardy says rather than spending 8 to 10 hours in low-focused, highly distracted work, plan to spend 3 to 5 hours in engaged and absorbed flow. You'll get more done in one day than most people get done in a week. And when you're done and you shut down, you're going to more fully engaged in the other essential areas of your life. So that is your bonus tip. Maybe try that out a bit and see if you truly do get more done than you might in whatever hours that you're working today. And so here's your free download, your bonus for watching today's video. We have a work recovery checklist that reminds you of all the points in this video, but a few more bonus points as well. You can get that right on our website at peaktoprofit.com/freebies, and I'll link it in the show notes below. So if you've liked this video, I hope you'll give it a thumbs up and subscribe to this channel so that you'll be notified of our weekly content as it arrives. And if you know someone who could benefit from this video, please share it with them. Share a link so that they can see it too. I would appreciate it very much. Hope you have a great day.